Welcome to East Coast Averages, the podcast that brings you stories from everyday people from all around the world. Recorded on the east coast of Australia, I'm your host Nick, and each week we'll sit down with average people who have unique stories to tell. Let's peek over the back fence and see what's happening in other people's lives. I never know what I'm going to discover until I sit down and start chatting to them. Thanks for coming back for episode 2 of the chat between Chris and I about our Navy time and our deployment to Somalia. We pick it up again as we're leaving Mombasa and I yell out the Florida nightclub, Red 25. I was thinking about it during the week, and I think that was our last time leaving Mombasa. So everyone was a little bit nostalgic and they were going to miss it, and they had a big night in there before, so it felt like a good idea at the time.
Fucking Red 25!
Still on a high, still coming down from a night at the Florida nightclub.
Yeah,
it was affectionately known as the FNC, for those who love their acronyms.
Yeah, that was fucking... Yeah, fuck, so you just go and get on the piss there, drinking Tuskers.
Yep. Tuskers,
Tusker,
that's
mate,
right.
And it was like fucking 30 cents a bottle.
Yep.
So we'd go to
Tuskers.
We'd go to one of the resorts and just got to excuse the East Coast Averages. That's my daughter getting ice from the ice machine. You can probably hear. But anyway,
yeah, that's all right.
You'd go to the resorts, and because we were so fucking rich, they just laid it on, and we just like sat back and drank Tuskers all day.
Yeah, exactly. And
bought your fucking hot chips, and they just fucking waited on you.
Yeah.
Because we're tipping a month's wages. Like, bring us a beer, mate. We're paying for the beer and paying for his kid's fucking university at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And remember they had that Kenya Gold, that spirit?
Oh.
That liquor?
Yeah, fuck. Everyone was buying Kenya Gold.
Kenya Gold, come on down.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't particularly like the spirits, eh?
No, I wasn't a big spirit drinker.
We should talk about the time one of our colleagues drank a bottle of Kenyan Gold.
Yeah, then got promoted.
And then got promoted fucking 2 weeks later. Because
not only did he drink a bottle of Kenya Gold, he drank it on the ship, got absolutely shit-faced, and then got in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, then he didn't show up for his shift.
Yeah,
for
that's
his
right.
watch, and I stayed up there because we found him passed out on the dunny.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Yeah. Fuck, we found him fucking nude or something on the dunny.
That's right.
We got him into his rack, and we said, just fucking stay. So I went up, and I was still on watch, and I'm up there, and the fucking yeoman walks past me. He looks at me. I'm thinking, fucking walks past me again. He's fucking looking at me. Comes up, says, Spike, isn't fucking Dad supposed to be on watch?
Yeah.
I go, oh, nah, it's me, yeoman. It's like, I'm on watch.
Covering for him like a good
I'm on
op-ad.
watch. Yeah, I'm on watch today, man. It's me. He walks off, he comes up, he goes, no. He says, where's fucking Taz?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, he's not feeling too good. He's in his bed.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? What's he doing? I said, oh, no, he's all right, man. Just fucking chill. We're covering for him.
Yeah.
So they went down and found out he was fucking paralytic.
Yeah.
Passed out drunk. And there was big talk that because he was intoxicated in a war zone, the charges he was going to be put on were infinitely more than if he was just pissed at sea. And I remember having to go to the skippers because for those non-military dudes out there, if you did something wrong in the Navy or the Army, they would have like a little court session. You'd front the skipper. You'd have to get in your full unit. So I had to get in my full uniform. And I marched in there and the skipper said, so what happened, Spike? And he said, you just have to tell the truth now, man. He said, we know you're covered for your oppo. Take my hat off to you. You did the right thing by covering for your oppo, but it's all out in the open now.
Yep.
What happened? I said, we found down and pissed on the fucking Kenya Gold.
The Kenya Gold.
Like we found him pissed.
It was this rich, syrupy liquor they had.
Yeah, so anyway, so the skipper I said that and I marched out and he got $1,200, 2 weeks restriction of privilege and got fucking promoted to leading seaman.
Yeah, that's right. He got promoted to leading seaman.
Yeah.
We're all like, what the hell?
What the fuck? But anyway, go back to Mombasa.
Yep.
We can't fucking go anywhere without telling a story about the water slide.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, fucking hell, man. We thought you'd fucking been killed.
Well, mate, you possibly saved my life that day because if I hadn't have been...
Me and Stubbo, we probably fucking did.
If I hadn't have been...
Yeah, I'm fucking claiming it.
Not Stubbo.
Wasn't it Stubbo? He came down the fucking chute with me.
No, Wellesley, Stubbo stayed at home, remember?
We go to a water slide, right? And if everyone can picture an enclosed water slide like an open hole, and there's a metal bar that goes across it that you grab your hands on and swing yourself in, let go, and you're off down the water slide. So anyway...
Who put that there?
This fucking bunch of fucking idiots from HMAS Tobruk are having a gypsy good time. We've been down the slide. Have we been down it yet? I can't remember if we'd been down it already.
No, I think I hadn't been down it. That was my first run.
So fucking Barbados says, fucking hold my beer, boys.
Yeah.
Fucking I know how to do these water slides.
Yeah.
Fuck swinging with your hands.
Yeah, you're diving. You take a running dive.
This fucking run up from 10 metres out. Mind you, Barbados is 6 foot tall. He was quite a fucking slim dude back then, but 6'4". He's a fucking tall, he's a big dude, tall dude. And you come fucking charging from 10 metres out.
Yep.
And he fucking takes this fucking jump and goes fucking head first into the pole.
I'm getting...
And his whole body just fucking went limp and dropped into the fucking water like a big turd going down a toilet.
Yep.
And we just saw him go. And I thought, fuck!
Yep.
And I've just gone fucking swung on the bar and I'm in fucking after him. I'm going, fuck, Chris!
Yeah. I can feel it, mate.
And you popped out the back and I came out and I fucking picked you up out of the water.
Yep.
And
you're right.
You sort of came
I was
to,
seeing stars.
and you fucking didn't have a fucking clue.
No, my head was compressed in. It was like a U shape. I had a U shaped head.
Fucking hell. Like when you hit that bar, your body just went fucking limp.
Yep.
And you fucking plopped into the fucking water and disappeared down the tube.
I don't remember the water slide trip down. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, like I said, I swung in after you.
Yep.
Fucking.
Yeah, you saw what happened and you came straight down.
And then you're up at the pool and I think we're going to Wellesley. He's like, what the fuck do we do?
Yeah.
There's no phones. We're in the fucking Africa.
Yeah.
We don't know how to get in contact with the ship.
Yeah.
And you're going, I'll be right. And it's going, what day is it, Chris? Goes,
still seeing stars.
Fuck's fine, eh? We're going to Rockers tonight? No, we're in fucking Africa, mate. Goes, fuck, what fucking happened? It's like you were gone.
I sat on the side of the pool dazed. I think I just sat there for a few hours and just like...
Yeah, you were fucking out cold, eh?
Yeah.
Like if it happened now, you'd be in the ED, CT scan, fucking 4-hourly, fucking...
We got back to the ship and the quartermaster, Connie Francis, knew what happened and I went down to my bunk straight away. I just wanted to lie down.
Yeah.
He came down and got me and he said, no.
After the medics.
You got to come up to the sick bay and get checked out.
And you had fucking neck pain too.
I did.
Because
I compressed my neck.
Yeah, because when you came back into the fucking... Now, I shouldn't laugh at this, Chris, but when you came back into the mess deck, I was in bed fucking laying there.
Yeah.
I pulled the fucking curtain. He's fucking... Barbados. He's got a fucking stiff neck collar.
I know.
He's got a stiff neck collar on.
I've got one of those fucking neck braces on.
How the fuck are you going to sleep in that? He gets into his rack, lays on his fucking shoulder, and his fucking head is poking out the fucking side. He's got pillows lined up for it. But you know what, man? No x-rays, fucking nothing.
Nah.
Like you seriously could have fucking been quadriplegic after that, eh?
There was a doctor on board and he did examine me, but yeah, I was pretty lucky.
Yeah,
I've got a hard head.
You were fucking... Do you still have neck problems? Have you ever had any...
No, but I think it probably gave me a little bit...
Just talking close to the microphone so the guys at DVA in Canberra can hear about when you put your claim in.
No, it was fairly full on. It was a serious injury. I remember...
because you were lucky you weren't a quadriplegic.
I had to tell my family what happened, and I got this video back from them in the mail, and my whole family had gotten together for a gathering at my grandparents' place, and they all wrapped their necks in white napkins, and they were all masquerading around like, hey, like with this neck brace on. Good on you dickhead. Like, yeah.
Excuse me real quick whilst I drop an ad on you, and then we'll be back to the show. Hey, East Coast Average listeners, if you're a cat lover searching for a t-shirt that combines creativity with style, check out graphicoasisco.com. There you'll find unique designs featuring whimsical cats, steampunk themes and inspirational quotes. Each shirt there is made with vibrant colours, sharp lines, and you'll look fantastic while showcasing your personality. So go and visit graphicoasisco.com and use East Coast Averages and checkout to get 15% off your first order. Elevate your wardrobe with graphicoasisco.com. Let your shirt do the talking.
Yeah, fucking. When you came back, man, you were a sorry sight that night, eh? You fucking had a headache.
Yeah, and hats off to Connie Francis, who I did see at the reunion last year.
Did they say anything about the big fucking water slide incident?
Yeah, Connie remembered. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I can still see you just hitting that post and just fucking dropping, and the water just fucking took you. See you, Chris?
Yeah.
And your body's like...
And it was a good water slide too.
And your fucking body's like twisted.
Yeah.
And I thought,
yeah.
hell.
I remember sitting at the bottom of the slide thinking, my deployment's over. I'm going home. Like, it was only because it wasn't as severe as first thought that I got away with it. And that was one of a couple of incidents over there. I got glandular fever or something as well, and I had to spend 5 days in the sick bay when I was there.
I got a fucking dose of food poisoning too on that trip.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten fucking meatballs since,
Really?
I can't eat fucking spaghetti and meatballs from that fucking trip. I don't know what it was, but
Well, we had a good medical crew on. We had a doctor, we had a nurse, we had a dentist, we had a dental assistant. There was facilities from other navies close. So, we were covered.
Yep. The fucking dentist was getting people to do wisdom teeth. Remember that?
Yeah.
He got fucking bored.
To give him something to do.
He got bored in the 4 weeks fucking travelling to Africa and thought, I'll tell you what I'll do to pass the time. I'll fucking rip these little fucking shits fucking wisdom teeth out.
How good?
I fucking avoided it.
Yeah.
I paid for it myself.
I got mine ripped out later in the Navy in 94. We went to Somalia in 93, but...
I should have got mine taken. I paid for it myself a couple of years after I left.
Yeah, okay.
I remember Paul Cochran, a stoker?
Yeah.
He, nice bloke. I remember seeing him on the telly doing a eulogy for somebody later on when he was a PO.
Okay.
Might have been, what was his name? Leak. Can't remember his first name. He passed away on the West Australia.
Bradley Meek. Yeah,
that's it, Meek. Bradley Meek. He came in to my room in recruit school. Nice bloke. And I remember Paul Cochran. I hadn't got on really well with Paul. Really, really enjoyed his company. And then I saw him on the TV doing a eulogy for Meekie after he passed away in West Australia.
Yeah.
Thing. That was after I'd left.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I remember him coming out, and he fucking came out from the dentist, and he's fucking sitting there, like you know where the fucking goffer was and the little shop.
Goffer's a soft drink machine, by the way.
And he comes out and he's just fucking sitting there. He's going, oh, fuck. I said, fuck, what happened to you, man? He goes, fucking dentist took me wisdom teeth out. And I just remember looking at him and thinking, he's not fucking coming anywhere near me on this fucking trip.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't have a choice in the Defence Force. I remember going to the dentist in recruit school, and he said, "You need 2 fillings, fucking Jones."
Yeah.
I said, "No worries, I won't worry about it. I'll get them fixed later on." And he said, "No." He said, "I'll see you next Monday at 11 o'clock." I said, no, don't worry about it. I'll be fucking right." And he said, "No, you're not getting it, fucking seaman recruit Jones.
Yeah.
I will see you at 11 o'clock next Monday."
He said, "You need 2 fillings, and you will comply."
Yeah, that was it. And that was when I first thought, oh, fuck, I don't even have any choice over getting a filling.
Oh, no, because all the medical officers were actually officers.
Yeah, and you did what you were told.
You couldn't, fuck around and, not obey their orders.
Look, we need another break, Chris, because I had to go to the toilet again because of the beers we're drinking.
Yeah, remember we did the trip to the Seychelles?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and we actually got presented with our Australian Defence Medal, and we all got to wear it on our...
Yeah, that's right,
on our uniform.
Because I've got a picture of me standing in the Seychelles.
Yeah.
And I'll keep looking, and I've got the medal on, and I'm thinking, fuck, I thought we were there before we got the medal, but that explains it. I do remember.
Yeah. Yep. No, we were there, and remember we did parasailing?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
We turned up to the beach and did
a tandem fucking parasailing.
Parasailing. And Seychelles is an awesome place. That was really, it was islands, palm trees. I think it's a French...
and we had to wear full uniform off the ship because there'd been a few military coups there.
Yeah,
they didn't like the military walking around in civvies.
No, and there were plenty of fantastic restaurants, and there were bars, and there were beautiful women, and it was like...
I went scuba diving in the Seychelles.
Oh,
that was pretty good. It was nice.
You did scuba diving?
Yeah, I went scuba diving,
lucky you.
Yeah, with Frog.
Okay.
Which we haven't spoken about, and he has since unfortunately passed away from melanoma, I believe.
Yeah.
He told me, yeah.
He did, yep. Found out that at the reunion last year.
Yeah, how long ago did he...
I think it was about 5 years ago.
Oh, right.
He's one of the signalmen that was on board with us. Because there were 4 able seaman signalmen, and there was 1 leading seaman signalman, and then there was 2 yeomen.
Yeah.
Our first yeoman, John Perryman, he left in April to come back for a higher posting, and then our second yeoman, Gerard...
Yeah, that's right. He got chief, didn't he?
Yeah, Doc Hocker came over and replaced John. But yeah, John was a fantastic game, and I caught up with him last year, and Doc was there as well.
Yeah.
So
Fuck, I should have come, eh?
yeah, Doc ended up. John ended up as the naval historian.
Yeah.
He's really knowledgeable and up with all these like history of the Navy.
It's a funny thing, the way the Navy and Army and that work is that, like, John got promoted to chief.
Yeah.
You would think 3 months into the deployment, you just go, fuck, just look, I know the billet on Tobruk is for a petty officer yeoman.
Yep.
Like, just fucking just let him do the trip.
Yeah.
But they just they flew Doc over and swapped him over.
Procedure. Exactly.
Yeah, like, it didn't matter if you're in the middle of a fucking war zone.
Yeah.
He got made up the chief.
Yep.
Fuck, there's your billet. See you later.
Yep. It was kind of weird having 2 yeomen at that point, but yeah, we worked around it.
Yeah.
And the yeoman was John was our yeoman for the first kind of almost 18 months. We were on board. Probably more.
Yeah, and for people who don't know Australian Navy, a petty officer signalman was called a signals yeoman.
Yep.
So we always called the PO sig was always called yeoman. If we were gunners or something, most of other people would call their petty officers PO.
Yeah.
Like address, hey, PO, or that. But yeah, yeoman always got called yo.
Yeah. Remember we were able to actually call him yo sometimes?
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, he was good. But, I always thought he was like in his 50s then.
I know.
And
he wasn't even 30.
I know. Like, that's how fucking, like, all those old salts that have been around for a while.
Yeah.
When we got on Tobruk, I thought they were in their fucking 50s.
Because when you're 19 and 20 and 21, you actually are quite young.
Yeah.
So anyone who's 29 or 30
is fucking ancient.
Is a fossil.
And that's what I thought that the RS, because that's the other thing, the PORS was called RS.
Yep.
Radio supervisor. It was PO, Petty Officer Radio Supervisor.
Yeah. Davo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught up with Davo last year.
So I thought he was fucking 52.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. Him and John did the Interflora.
Back on the mainland.
Yeah, anyone on the ship who had a Valentine's Day or an engagement or a wedding or a funeral or anything back home could arrange flowers to be sent home through Interflora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they made any money off it. They just did it.
Oh, I think they did all right. Yeah, because they had the franchise. But remember, if you wanted to talk to home, you had to book a call.
Yeah, on Sydney radio.
Yeah, you had to book a call. I remember going up there and booking a couple of calls.
Yeah.
And you'd be like talking to home and it'd be like, yeah, it's going good over here, Mum, and how's it all going? And then you'd get the reply, and it was pretty basic technology. There's no texting, there was no phone calls, there was no email.
And look, I remember Wellesley in the ComSend, because when they'd tune in the radio to get Sydney radio, and he'd pick up the mic, Sydney radio, Warship Sydney, Warship Tobruk, Tobruk. And some nights he'd just go, fuck, I can't get him.
Yeah.
So he'd hear him, but he couldn't quite tune him in for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah.
But he'd just say, we'll fucking try again tomorrow night.
We had some serious communications gear on board. Remember the ComSend?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some serious gear in there, didn't we? It was like
with axe, and they had axes in there.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, that's right. To destroy it all.
If the ship was overrun, we'd fucking take axes to all the equipment.
Yep. We have to talk about when the Tobruk was used as a training platform.
Yes, for the SEALs. Yeah.
Because we got a message that a certain ship was coming up from the South African coast, and it was supposed to be loaded with arms for the militia. Yep. And the militia was the Somalian Mohammed Farah Aidid was the main guy. And there were other kind of warlords fighting against one another and different factions and different militias. But this one ship was coming up, and they said, well, can we use your ship as a training platform?
Yeah, because we were sort of like the merchant vessel of all the navies there sort of thing. Yeah.
So that was probably one of the most impressive things I ever saw, was being on the flag deck, and next minute there was 2 Cobra gunships either side of the bow, pointing their minigun at us.
Yeah.
And then there were 2...
And they weren't just like pretending. Like they were full on. These were Navy SEAL guys. And I remember looking at him, and he's fucking got the rifle. Like, obviously probably not loaded and shit because it's a training. But they weren't They weren't just going, okay, everyone, I'm just pointing the rifle at that Navy dude there.
Yeah.
They were like fucking...
Full on serious.
He was seriously in his head taking shots at everyone.
Well, they were probably locked and loaded, mate. I don't know. But and then either side of the bridge, the port and starboard side of the ship, there was a Huey gunship with another guy hanging off a minigun pointing at us.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this Chinook helicopter comes down, lands on the top tank deck, and these Navy SEALs start fast roping down so fast they were landing on top of each other. It was quite comical to watch.
Yeah.
And then this US Marine, or I think it was a Ranger. It was a Ranger contingent, US Ranger. Well, they were running around as the communications specialists with these massive big radios on their backpacks. And these Navy SEALs just came through and just cleared the ship.
Yeah, I remember standing in the bridge and hearing them coming up the passageways.
Yep.
And they were fucking on the bridge. 3 of them were on the bridge with fucking guns.
Yep.
And, yeah.
It was a full-on exercise.
Yeah.
The captain had to stand aside, everything. And
because had the officer watch who used to be a merchant captain. He had a big beard and he's played as the captain.
Yep.
I do remember the one mistake in the debrief they made is that they shot him.
Yep.
Because he said, nah, fuck off.
That's
and the
right.
Navy SEAL said, fucking, you're down.
Yeah.
Like, no fucking, none of this, oh, don't be mean. It was like, he put up a barrier and they just fucking shot him.
Yep.
And in the debrief, they said, you just shot the captain who knows how to stop the ship.
Yeah.
Which was their only error, they thought, which is probably why they probably know how to fucking drive a ship anyway. But they were
the US don't muck around, put it that way.
Yeah, it was good to watch that, eh?
If you fuck with them, you're gone.
Because I think they did a couple. I remember they did a Zodiac.
That's right. They came over on Zodiac boats as well.
They tried a couple of scenarios to see which would fit for the vessel.
It was like a pirate thing as well. So
so they did a few. So, but they didn't end up finding that boat, I don't think.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it fucking...
Yep.
With all the fucking technology the America's got, couldn't find one fucking merchant vessel that fucking left the fucking port. They knew which way it was headed. Then they said, we can't find it anymore.
Yeah.
So we won't worry about it. Fucking she'll be right.
The poor bastard was probably just coming up with some kebabs or some bread or something.
Yeah.
And I remember that the ship's diver, the clearance diver on board, I'm looking down at the tank deck and he got thrown to the ground by these SEALs. He got zip tied his hands behind the back. Heckler and Koch MP5 pointed at his head. And they weren't mucking around.
Yeah.
Like, it was full on. And
they were taking it quite seriously.
We were just standing there like our mouths agape at how they operate.
Yeah.
And next minute it was all over.
Yep.
So that was an eye opener. That was.
I do remember him sitting in the mess deck having beers after that.
Yeah.
In VBs.
Yeah. It was all kind of like relaxed once they'd finished. Yeah. No, that was serious. That was a serious exercise.
Yeah, it was good to see that, eh?
I was always in awe of the US and their resources and their ships and their soldiers and sailers. Like on all the ships
those big hovercrafts that they took the Marines ashore on.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they were fucking like. There's no mistaking they were coming because you could see them from fucking 20 miles away. The amount of water they were putting up.
Yep. Did you get to come? That's another good thing that happened on that deployment. Did you come to Anzac Day on the Mogadishu Peninsula?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, it was Wellesley and I. We went on board. We went to the peninsula, and there was actually a platoon of Turkish soldiers there, and we had this big dawn service, and it was fantastic. And then you had to walk across the airfield, the main airfield, where there were like Boeing 747s landing to get to this. It was where the Kiwis were. The Kiwis were all based there. And they put on this massive hungy and feed, and they did the haka and everything, and it was just an unreal afternoon, a good event. And the sand was so hot you couldn't stand in the sand. And behind where the Kiwi base was, there was just all that derelict equipment. But you would have seen that because that was at the beach. Remember beach? Mogadishu Beach?
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever went to the beach.
No, I'm sure you would have.
No, I don't think I did, eh?
No?
No.
Yeah, the beach was amazing.
Because I know the airfield had a lot of old jets and a few people had been killed.
Old MiGs and stuff.
Pulling injector seat handles and shit like that.
Yep, that's right. All the souvenirs that they try and grab. So, yeah.
It was a fucking wild place, eh?
Oh, it was,
I've got some photos in there, of like the villagers living... They fucking they were doing it tough, eh? It was a shit. There's no way of shortcutting it. It was abject fucking poverty, man. They were living in cardboard fucking huts.
Yeah.
And they come past on those utes with fucking 30 people hanging.
Coming and going from Mogadishu, that was to Mombasa. That was pretty much the core.
I think it was nine times we went to Mombasa.
Yeah, that was the core of our deployment. But do you remember all the wood carvings in Mombasa?
Yeah, I've still got some over at my mum's place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And remember we got that soapstone signal made up?
Oh, that's right, for the fucking yeoman for a going away present.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
He'd still have that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he does. I saw it last year.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking remember. I forgot all about that because I've got a soapstone chest set in there still.
Yeah, they were really clever, those guys, when they did their carving. So, it was...
I always felt bad that I had a bottle of Giorgio. Just ignore the noise in the background. It's all right. Let's keep going, Abs. This is East Coast Averages, mate. There's no fucking...
We're average.
This is no fucking studio here, mate, so make your sandwich and eat up. So you might hear some background noise while my daughter's having a snack after school. So I felt a bit bad because I had a bottle of Giorgio Armani.
Yep.
And I filled it up with water and I fucking swapped it for a wood carving. But the dude liked the smell.
Yeah. Swapped it for a wood carving.
Yeah, it was nearly empty. Oh, no, sorry, that was in Mombasa.
Yeah, okay.
Because remember we pulled along Mombasa and they all moved in selling things.
Yep.
And fuck, talk about poverty, man. They're living in fucking cardboard boxes. And
I
shit.
know. And they just pulled up where the ship was and they were just trying to sell every single ware that they could get their hands on.
Yeah, and then when the shit went at night time, they just basically shoved all their shit in the box and climbed in under it and went.
I'd like to go there again. I'd like to go to Mombasa again. I was actually at a barbecue a year or so ago and we were talking to a guy and he was an English guy, older guy, and something came up about it and he mentioned about Mombasa and I said, what did you say about Mombasa? And he said, I used to live there. And I said to him, I've been there probably, nine or so times. And he said, I can't believe it. He said, you know that you're the only other person that I've ever met in my life who's been to Mombasa.
Yeah, fuck Jumbo.
Yeah, Jumbo man.
Yeah, fucking Jumbo, my buddy.
Yeah. No, it was a good place, good deployment.
And what just get me about Mombasa was the ferry. Because where we pulled into Mombasa, there was a ferry that took people across the river or the inlet, whatever you want to fucking call it. And people would be running down the hill for it the amount of people that would get on this ferry and dudes with their little fucking carts would be in the air fucking flying down the hill.
Yeah.
And then when the fuel truck came over, fucking empty.
Yeah.
Just one fuel truck.
That's it.
Like every other time the ferry went across, it'd have fucking 1,000 people on if you could hang on to something, you're on the fucking ferry.
Yeah. And remember coming into Mombasa Port, there were all those derelict ships everywhere.
Yeah.
They'd been either, grounded or they just let them out there to rust. And it was just like a dystopian future of some ancient port that they just let the ships rust when they'd finish with them.
And that was pretty much our world for that whole sort of 6-month period, eh?
Yeah.
You know what I missed the most about that trip? When I came home, is taking my shoes off and walking around on grass in bare feet.
Yeah, okay.
That's one thing I remember. I remember coming home up here in the mountains.
Yeah.
And I took my fucking shoes off, took my socks off, and walked outside on the grass in bare feet because we'd basically been in boots for 6 months.
Yeah, just like you said, you're on that Devron. We had what was called Devron. It was that sandpaper kind of surface on that. Yeah. It was you either painted on or you stuck it on, and everything was Devron. Everything was non-slip.
Remember we did the whole flag deck on Tobruk on that shit, and we had those fucking wheel things, and we were fucking just chunking it up.
Yeah, the J-guns.
J-guns and the wheel things that spun.
That's right. We did the funnel.
Yeah.
Remember we did the funnel?
Yeah. Fucking. And you'd go down the mess deck afterwards, and you'd pick your nose, and you'll just fucking shipside grey, that yellow undercoat that fucking kills you.
Yeah.
Fucking, and you'd blow your nose, and it was just fucking, it was like shipside grey.
Yeah. We had to take back the whole funnel to metal. I remember that. That took us 2 months.
Yeah, that was fucking...
Yeah.
That was... I remember we got all the people on board the ship in Mombasa to fucking help with the painting, and they got in the laundry, and this fucking local Mombasa dude walks past, and he's got the weapons electrical officer's fucking overalls on him.
Yeah.
He walks past, and who was someone was on the because we were starboard side, but anyway, someone was on the other side. And some local guys had got on a canoe and pinched a heap of duct in off the ship, and I heard a story that they said, fucking give it back. And they said, welcome to Africa, man.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking like rode off with the fucking
TIA, this is
the
Africa.
fucking ship.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh, if it wasn't nailed down, it was gone.
And then from then on, ship's defence team had to go and fucking stand on the
watching everything that was going on.
Yeah, with an unloaded SLR as a deterrent.
Yeah.
No, so I spent fucking hours down there with an unloaded gun.
It was crazy. Remember all those supplies we used to get? A lot of it was from South Africa, and they'd send up all these boxes of cereal.
Yep.
And they were all stale. Remember that?
Yeah, and the milk was always fucking...
Oh, the milk was this weird South African blue milk.
Yeah, it was shit.
With stale cereal. I was like, well, what is this crap they're sending us? And then because we were at sea, sometimes we went through all our fresh water. They'd make water out of...
the desalination plant, which tastes as shit.
Yeah.
It always tastes like it had diesel in it or something.
I know, yeah. It was...
And then we couldn't shower. Remember we went through the... it was like 2 weeks we weren't allowed to shower, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 30 seconds. I remember it was pretty kind of... When I was young, you jump in, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Get wet. Then someone would be waiting, watching you having a shower. And then you'd jump back out, lather up while they were getting wet, and then you'd jump back in and rinse all your soap off.
And you could have a saltwater shower.
Yeah.
But if you had a saltwater shower, you'd
be itching.
You just fucking felt... Well, everyone knows what it's like to get out of the surf and go back to the campsite, and then you're all sticky.
I know.
And shit. Yeah.
Sticky and itchy. And
so the saltwater shower wasn't much fucking chop.
Nah, it was
a cold water.
Yeah.
Fucking
exactly.
shower.
Yeah. So life at sea wasn't that easy, really.
No.
It was good.
I did make eye contact with a dolphin one day.
Yep.
You'd know this story, wouldn't you? Where I was looking out the porthole. I was having a shower.
Yep.
As naked as the day I was fucking born. At one with nature, looking... And Tobruk, because Tobruk was a wharry, but it was more like a merchant vessel, the starboard side showers had a porthole.
Yep.
And it was open most of the time. So anyway, this porthole was open, and we're in semi sort of decent swell, and I'm fucking toweling off after a shower. I'm looking at the porthole, and we go between two waves. This fucking ginormous dolphin comes out of one side of the wave, and fucking, I'm looking out the porthole, and we fucking made contact, man.
Really?
We looked at each other, and you know how if you see someone like across the room, you can tell them, like even a dog might look at you and think,
acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Yep.
This fucking dolphin acknowledged me, man. We were fucking looking at each other in the eye, and it went back on the other side of the sea. And I thought, I just fucking had a moment with a fucking dolphin.
Yeah.
In the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. No, they're intelligent creatures, mate. I saw hammerhead sharks when I was looking off the wharf. Sorry, the back of the ship.
Yeah, so I never saw sharks or anything like
Hammerhead
that.
sharks came floating past. I never seen anything like it. They were huge.
I don't recall having any bad weather on the way there.
Nah, it was good weather. Good weather on the way home too.
I remember having a shower as we left Diego Garcia. We had a massive tropical storm.
Yep.
I'm calling it a tropical storm, but a massive storm. And I remember standing up on the flag deck, getting soap and
that's right.
having a shower. I remember they were going to blow up that big cache of weapons.
Yeah, that's right.
And they said what time it was going to blow up. So everyone's standing there fucking on the flag deck watching. Nah, don't worry about that, man. And it went past the time and didn't blow up. And we all turned around and it fucking blew up.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Boom. There was that huge explosion and they blew up all those like illegal weapons.
Yeah, it was a whole stack of illegal weapons.
Yeah.
See, that was good. That was look. Yeah, you know, when I left the Navy, I always wanted to work for the secret society that I work for now.
Yeah.
So there was certain things I wanted to tick off in the Navy, and very lucky to have been on Tobruk when it got deployed. Over to Somalia.
Very lucky.
And look, there is some certain things we get from DVA now that we wouldn't get if we hadn't deployed to an active zone. Which I'm very, very thankful to get. But it was really good. And then when I went on to HMAS Sydney afterwards, we fired a missile. And that's when I thought, I'm going to join this other career that I wanted, because I thought, right, I deployed, did active service. I've done some other countries, seen a missile. Right, it's fucking time to leave.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I went home and
ticked all the boxes.
Yeah, pretty much. I saw the missile go off on Sydney, which was very fucking, I don't know. Oh, I saw a torpedo go off that fucking turned into a dolphin.
Yeah.
That dolphin back towards the ship, like, you know, they just go, boom.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you hear it going, as it was fucked up. Obviously.
Coming up throughout the water. Propeller whir sounds.
Yeah, so did that, shot a missile, and the missile was, you know, it was all very exciting, and it was fucking like and it was gone.
Yep.
And I thought, yeah, fuck, it's time to leave the Navy now and go on to what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you were real lucky, mate. It was good. Worked out well.
Yeah.
Worked out well for you.
I feel we should talk a bit more about some more of the piss runs we had, mate, back in the day.
Yeah, well, the nightclubs back in the
was it the Bank nightclub in Townsville was always the fucking haunt?
Yeah, and Beachcombers in Darwin.
Yep,
that was awesome. What was the one in King's Cross? The Coliseum.
The Coliseum, yeah,
Remember
or the
that?
bourbon and beefsteak, or
I mean, we were back in the Cross when it was the place to be. It was vibing. There was like plenty of nightlife. It was fun. It wasn't really dangerous. It was a short walk up from Garden Island.
Yeah,
and you knew if you were going up to the Cross, you were going to have a good night.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good times. And then you have a fucking hot dog on the way home.
Yeah.
I might try and get someone. I do know a girl that's been in the modern Navy.
Yep.
And she's probably been in, I'd have to be fucking close to 10 years now. I think she's a stoker.
Yep.
And it'd be good to see what it's like now. You don't live on the ship anymore.
Yeah.
They pay your rent for you in town.
Oh, okay.
So if you're, because back in when we were in the Navy, the old days, fucking hell, if the ship was alongside in Sydney, you lived on the ship.
Yep.
Like it was your house.
Yep.
If you didn't have a wife or a de facto and married quarters,
Yep.
you fucking lived in the same,
Yep.
which is where I guess most of the camaraderie and the friendships were built because we were living on top of each other.
Exactly.
We'd seen fucking Top Gun like 500 fucking times.
Exactly.
Because all Wellesley wanted to see was that first shot.
Oh, I
He
know.
comes in and
Morning
says,
Wells.
Morning Wells.
Yeah.
And then fucking Wells would go, hey!
Yeah.
Fucking you have to watch the whole thing again. And fucking,
How many times did we hear that?
fucking Morning Wells.
Yeah, I still look at that now and think, Jesus
You think of Wellesley, coming and going, Morning Wells.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether the camaraderie's a bit lost.
I'm not sure, but I went on one of the ships in February. Good friend of ours. Hey, Rach, thanks very much for the tour. I went on the HMAS Arunta.
Yep.
And that was, it just was like going back on board 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed. There's, a lot of young crew, a lot of like veteran crew. So I think the Navy's just a bit of a mix now. New people coming in and people that have made a career out of it, which is great.
When I left the Navy, I was supposed to go on to HMAS Anzac, the first Anzac, as the commissioning crew.
Oh, okay.
But I left. That's when I left the Navy. My next posting was at HMAS Anzac.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, it would have been good. Yeah. I look back now and think, I'm not upset about what I've been doing for the last 28 years because I've quite enjoyed doing that.
Oh, mate, you've made a good career out of it.
So I don't regret leaving the Navy. I think sometimes I regret I should have probably been sitting there at 4 o'clock in the morning going, fuck, I'm leaving this fucking stupid job. I probably should have gone up on the flag deck and taken a big fucking gulp of fresh air and looked at the stars and just enjoyed the whole thing a bit more.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of homesickness kind of was a cause of that. I got homesick a few times, but at the end of the day, you had a job to do and we usually 99% of the time were pretty good at it.
Yeah.
You had your moments, but I commissioned the Newcastle in 1993, the first Royal Australian Navy ship to be named the Newcastle. And I actually caught up with a mate last night, good mate Mac, who commissioned the Newcastle and then decommissioned the Newcastle.
It.
He bookended it.
Fucking hell.
So that's an impressive career.
That's actually not bad, eh?
Yeah. But it was great. I put the ensign up when the Newcastle was commissioned at Throsby Wharf in Newcastle, and I was the only local signalman, so that was a great honour. And we had a freedom of entry march into the Newcastle, and we had a family cruise from Newcastle to Sydney. I took 3 of my mates on board. That was good. We had the father-son cruise.
Yeah, look, that reminded me that my dad came on the phone. My dad being in the Navy, and he was on destroyer escorts, being an underwater controller. He spent his whole time on destroyer escorts up top when they used to go away for 9 months every single year. And he always said he absolutely fucking loved that 3 days because it was Townsville back to Sydney.
That's right.
And
4 days.
Yeah, 4 days. And he actually always said, it smelt like home. The fucking sounds like home. And remember we had that the man overboard because one of the guys got on the piss and went missing. And my old man was the first one on the fucking the bridge, and he said he just said it was 4 days of just pure nostalgic sort of like just soaking up, fucking like what it was when he was a kid. Sort of.
No, it was great. It was great to take the dads on board, and they all did the exercises. And
do you reckon they still do that? Have father son?
Oh,
cruises?
they'd have to for sure.
Daughter, mother cruises.
I think so. Yeah, it's a very family oriented service. Like, I think they try and make everyone feel as welcome and as homely and as professional as possible.
Yeah. I know, look, I guess on Tobruk we had the troops messes down below that, so we could actually fit 600 people on there if we wanted to. So they had somewhere they could park them for the 4 days. But yeah, that was good. My old man, and he's passed away now from asbestos that he got exposed to in the military.
Right.
Got mesothelioma out of that. And look, he always said he loved his time in the Navy and spoke about it really, really fondly.
Yep.
And the only thing that really pissed him off in the end when he got the meso, because he would spend a lot of time around asbestos, is that he said they knew it would kill you. He said he could understand, why they're on. If it was if it was World War II, and the ships have got asbestos in it, and fuck, you've just got to get out there and fight the battles. But because he just had the shits that they knew it could hurt you, and that's what sort of pissed him off, sort of thing. Not the service he did, not just that the fucking the bean counters. And I remember him saying to me, it just pissed me off. The bean counters knew it could kill us, but they just let us do it anyway. They could have worked out another way of doing it.
Yeah,
like when we were on Tobruk, everything that had asbestos on it, we just didn't touch.
Yeah.
It was painted, don't touch it.
I didn't even know about it then. I was just like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I only found out
the
about
lagging.
later.
Don't touch all the lagging on the pipes outside the mess decks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, did you get that email saying if you're on one of these ships, Defence will accept liability for asbestos?
No.
But I got an email. Yeah, because it would have been before I spoke to you about getting all your ducks in a row with your service and that, like recognised service and all that shit. Yeah, I got an email and it basically said when my dad got asbestosis from the Navy, you had to prove that it was Navy. So Dad went to court and took him to court. Mum got some compensation out of it, blah, blah, blah. And it was proved that the asbestos was exposed in the Navy. Now they just gave out a big list of ships that said that if you're on one of these ships, then we're just going to say, yes, we're liable for the asbestos. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Without fucking, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not speaking, don't take what I just said if you're a veteran as gospel, because I might be fucking wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got an email and all the ships I was on that email, including Balaka Papan, who I swapped out to that kangaroo exercise. I spent 3 days over there. Something. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You went over and did that too.
Yeah.
You had all the little fun assignments.
Oh, fuck. It sounds like you had way more good assignments than I did, fucking on the Tripoli. And remember the guys went over to the Indian ship?
Yeah,
Indian Patrol?
that was me.
You did that, so you fucking got to go all the good ships.
I had to go and deliver the signal to the Indian captain, and he wasn't nice. He was pretty arrogant, that Indian captain. I don't know why, but I didn't.
Yeah, because that wasn't and when you're saying they had to put their beds away so you had somewhere to sit, it was a pretty dirty.
Yeah.
Not saying the Indian Navy's dirty, but the ship, generally speaking, was fucking just not that nice.
Yeah, I went on board. I had to deliver a signal to this Indian captain, and he was just, he was high and mighty. So I couldn't wait to get off there.
Yep. Yeah. That was only a little sort of patrol boat.
Yeah, it was like a Corvette kind of thing. Yeah. It was like a smaller one that was there.
And remember that time that we were off Darwin and we were cruising from Townsville to Darwin and we came across that French fucking frigate with the Exocet, with the twin locked fucking Exocets.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking knew they were there. And we sort of come along, Skippers goes, fucking signal that ship over there, Mr. fucking Signalman.
Yeah.
And, look, it's a fucking French fucking
I remember
Navy boat with fucking, like, with twin Exocets. Good looking little boat.
Yeah, they came
I'll show you a photo when we
They came into Townsville.
Yeah.
The French sailors wear the white hat with the little red pom-pom on top.
But we didn't know they were there.
No.
Normally, you know when foreign ships are
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we just came across
We dropped the ball there.
Yeah, so we did a fucking officer watch exercise, because I've got a photo of you giving the fucking the two finger sign with that ship in the background.
Really?
Yeah, it's in. I'll get it out of the wardrobe in a minute.
I want to see all
I'll
this.
have a fucking look at it. Yeah. I've got fucking heaps of photos of you, man.
Same here.
Wearing the red and white shirt. I've got no pants on for some reason. I don't think you have. Don't know why. I won't go there. But we're in the mess with our matching fucking shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got fucking photos of. Yeah, I've got fucking hundreds of photos of you on all over the place.
Mind you, where we lived on the Tobruk 3 cruise probably wasn't too much bigger than this room.
Yeah.
The bunks were all, you were sleeping on top of one another, weren't you?
Yeah, in the two little six packs.
Yeah. Remember the toilets always used to overflow?
Yeah.
And you'd walk out to go down for a shower and someone's turd was floating down.
I used to always fucking shit in the bridge toilet after I'd cleaned it in the morning.
Yeah.
I used to figure, because that was the morning watch job, to clean the bridge shitter.
Yeah.
I used to clean the bridge shitter and then take a dump. And that's where I took my shit.
Unreal.
Because I used to think, fuck, it's clean.
Well played.
And I'd sit there and relax and fucking... because you go down the other fucking... You got 4 shitters. There's 60 people using 4 shitters.
I know.
I've got fucking PTSD. I still can't go to fucking caravan parks and use the dunnies.
Remember the calcium? The calcium build-up?
And
then they'd send us in with these like hammers and chisels and we'd have to like remove the calcium. Oh, it was archaic. Yeah. And I remember all the paint colours: Brunswick green, baby shit brown, fire engine red, mustard yellow. And it was like, they were the shipside grey. They were the like 5 main colours of a ship.
Apparently that mustard yellow undercoat's fucking quite fucking bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm glad we didn't do a lot of, like most, the QMGs did most of the fucking painting and stuff. So I think we'll be lucky not to be too fucking involved in all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Did you ever go and work out in the front of the Tobruk's gym?
Yeah, no, I didn't fucking like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, if you're at sea and you're doing arm curls, one rep would be easy, and then the next rep would be like...
you'd nearly break your arm.
It was kind of defeating the purpose, wasn't it?
I did start jogging around the tank deck. Remember there was a story, there was a ghost or something.
Yeah.
And they had that fucking security camera at the aft end.
Yeah.
And someone went down there with a fucking stick, with a fucking sheet on it. Fucking.
Yeah. I was 19 years old and I remember coming back and playing an AFL game. I think it was against the Singaporean Army or Navy or someone like that at Sembawang Wharf in Singapore. We just got back from Somalia. We were playing AFL and half time, everyone's run off and had a Coke and a durry. And I'm thinking, what? This is supposed to be fitness? Everyone's sitting there sucking.
Only cost like 90 cents a pack, man.
Yeah.
You get a whole carton of Winnie Blues for fucking $9.
You could get the cigarettes on board duty free,
Yeah,
even if you're only alongside. Remember that?
Yeah, you weren't allowed to take them alongside.
Yeah, I haven't smoked for years. I did the bulk of my smoking in the Navy. Yeah. So times have changed. That's definitely, even with the Navy, today's Navy, times have definitely changed. But yeah, it's still a good career, I reckon.
Yeah, look, I look back at it pretty fondly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with
it. Well, I met you, mate, so it must be all right.
Yeah, well, it took us fucking 28 years to fucking get have a fucking reunion, mate.
28 years to catch up face to face, but we,
Yeah, look, I've been speaking to Chris for a long time on Facebook and that, and thanks very much. Chris has been sending me top shelf bottles of wine every year, as I said earlier, and the fucking, those olives, man, that your fucking winery made. Did you grow them on your winery?
Yeah. All produced.
Did you plant those? Because it takes a few years to get those.
I did. I planted all those trees and produced them, picked them, and sent them off to be processed.
What did you use a shaker machine to pick them, or
no, hand picked? All hand picked
Yep.
and quality controlled it all. So I became a vigneron after my Navy career.
Yep.
I was in between jobs for a few years, and then helped my dad out on building projects because he was a carpenter builder. And did a whole heap of other jobs, and then finally settled as a career in the wine industry.
As a viticulturist?
Vineyard manager, viticulturist. Yep.
So. And, sent me bottles of wine every year.
Yep.
Fucking, it was good. One year, one went missing. I fucking went up the post office. I was pissed off. I was going, where's my other fucking delivery? And then I fucking showed up next day. I didn't go in the post office for 6 months because I fucking unloaded on the poor bastard. I fucking feel bad to this day. I was like, hey, my fucking package gone fucking I dead set didn't fucking step foot in the post office for maybe 12 months.
Really?
Fucking, yeah.
Too embarrassed.
I was too ashamed to go in there, right?
Really?
Because of my fucking outburst.
Where's my plug?
Fucking package. Anyway, my bad. It was my fault. Sorry. Remember that at fucking communication school? It'd be Friday Arvo. No one had anything to fucking do, so you'd have like fucking 150 blokes with a fucking cloth and spray and wipe.
Yeah.
And you just fucking stand there.
Yeah.
And the PO would walk past, so you get be wiping, then he'd leave and he'd fucking you'd sit back down, start chatting again, and they'd be going, if you've got time to lean, you can clean.
Yeah.
Fucking clean.
Did you like those 3K early morning runs in recruit school?
Yeah, I liked it. I loved recruit school.
Remember all the skulkers that used to like hide in the bushes and then they just jump back in line when everyone was coming back?
I thought I really enjoyed that side of recruit school. Get down, fucking do push-ups, run here, fucking run there, do this, do that. You've got to have your fucking stuff.
Yep.
Like that structure really fucking appealed to me.
Yep.
And I don't know how it was with you when you left, but it took me 4 or 5 years to really disconnect from my mindset. Like I look back at it now, and seriously, 4 or 5 years, I was still really, I don't know if I want to say brainwashed, but I was in a real military mindset where all my decisions were very
regimented and controlled, and I kind of got out. Yeah, it was. I bought some property and met my wife Pauline, and I was happy to leave because I pretty much contributed 7 years. Yeah. So
look, and like I said, I was happy to leave because I went on to work for the secret society that we don't talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
And fucking loved it. I look back at the fucking Navy time fondly. And like the other night when we were having dinner, we were laughing. Oh, fuck, we haven't even told half those fucking stories, eh?
Yeah.
Like the fucking, the float, the fat, what did you say? The fucking floating warlord?
Yeah, the US Marines had to fish this dead Somali guy out of the wharf, which just happened to be below our ship.
And I didn't know Chris had helped the Marines drag this dude out.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it. I said, the fucking Somalian floated past. I was on the flag deck and I watched this fucking dude, dead bloke, float past. And then you were telling me that you were hooking him out.
Yeah. The Marines had no clue. They were trying to hook him on and they couldn't find a good hook. So I had to go down there and show them where to hook up this guy. And they've just pulled out this poor, unfortunate Somali guy who was quite well nourished. And Spike thought he was a warlord.
So we'll reverse back a bit. I thought he was a warlord. I've never seen a dead body or anything like that. So, and we were going to Somalia. There was a famine on. Everyone was dying from lack of nutrition. They're all skinny. They all looked really bad.
Yep.
So cue this fucking body floating past the ship in Mogadishu harbour.
Yep.
And he's big and fat.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, must be a fucking warlord. Because he's fucking fat. Look at this dude.
He's one of the guys hijacking all the food.
He's not fucking starving by any means.
No.
Now, I look back 30 years later, he'd been in the water a long time and he was bloated. So he was not fat, he was bloated.
Yeah.
But I just distinctly remember watching this dude go, and probably shouldn't laugh. We laughed our fucking heads off at it the other night.
Oh, we did.
The floating, and I said, it's a fucking warlord. And then you said, no, I fucking helped them fish him out afterwards.
It was the floating warlord.
The floating warlord.
Good name for a band.
Well, I think we should call the podcast the floating warlord.
Yeah, okay.
That's what that's what I call the podcast. We're coming up to 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Wow.
We've been fucking chatting.
Impressive.
And we haven't even fucking
scratched the surface.
We haven't even scratched the surface to some of the piss runs and the fun that we fucking had around Townsville, fucking Port Vila.
Yep.
Fucking Solomon Islands, let's go right back to the Larks. I remember getting so fucking drunk on the Solomon Islands, is that the Larks pulled up, and I basically remember him fucking pulling him out and saying, "Is this one of ours?"
Yeah,
he goes, "Yeah, that's fucking Spike off Tobruk."
That's right.
And so they just basically picked me up and threw me in the back of the fucking. And you were there with me, I think.
Yeah, I was.
We were fucking passed out on the beach.
Yep.
And the fucking Lark pulls up because we were waiting to get back on the ship. And it was basically fucking pulled me head up, said, these two belong to us. Yep. And then another dude stole a fucking canoe.
Yep.
And I didn't see it, but I fucking heard the story. I think you might have been telling me. And he was coming back and he stole this fucking canoe and everyone was fucking pissed off that he stole a canoe.
Yep.
And it sunk. Yep. And he fucking stood up and fucking saluted.
As it was going down. I remember that.
Pissed as a fucking nit going, fucking, I'm going down with me.
Did some crazy stuff. Yeah. That was a good trip, actually. That was a significant event. That was 50 years.
Yeah, the Guadalcanal Canal. We'll talk about that before. But that the Solomon Islands was good. That
50
was a good
years.
run.
Yeah.
I went scuba diving there too on a World War II wreck of a ship. We were supposed to dive a bomber, but there was something about the weather was no good for us.
I remember I was jealous because you had all your diving credentials and I'm like, I could have done it, but it would have taken more time. I couldn't have done it in time to go and dive there.
Yeah.
But I do remember, though, walking into that army tent, because there was army personnel there as well, and we got a case of beer. Remember that?
No, I don't fucking remember that.
I might have been with someone else. But, yeah, we went to leave the tent, and the army sergeant said, you can't leave. I'm like, what do you mean, mate? We just bought a case of beer. He's like, no, you're not allowed to take any alcohol out onto the street. And we're like, well, we're not going to.
We fucking get it home.
Well, he said, you're either going to have to smash that beer right now here. And we're like, we're not going to smash a case in like 5 minutes.
You gave it a red hot fucking crack.
Well, I think we did. And, that was just all the protocol. But the Navy and the Army and the Air Force are highly professional. I was speaking to some people at my reunion last year, and they said that, you know, Royal Australian Navy is one of the most professional defence forces in the world.
And look, we haven't even got into the whole, when you're doing exercises, of having the old A4s would pretend to be missiles running at you. And like you'd have
Skyhawks.
You'd have these Skyhawks running at you, and you'd be thinking, fuck, what? You can't fucking see them coming out of the sun. Remember that? Fucking.
How loud were they?
Yeah, and they'd come up over the ship.
Yep.
They'd fucking roll.
Yep.
And you'd see the fucking pilot. You could see him flying the fucking plane.
They'd fly so low, I swear to God, they flew between the masts.
Yeah. And remember that exercise run, and one of the quartermaster gunners yelling out, they're coming out of the west, out of the sun.
That's
right. It was
right.
fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. and you're going, and you fucking went for weeks later, every time it was in the morning, they're coming out of the sun spot, out of the fucking west. And
those jets.
The F-18s didn't come down that low, and the F-111s definitely didn't. But they were, the F-111s on it, they were a good-looking plane from a distance. They always remind me of a dart, just like
massive
a
plane.
big fucking dart that'd be going along the horizon.
Yeah.
Obviously doing it so all our weapon systems pretend to be shooting, but the A4s used to come past because they were pretending to be missiles attacking the ship.
Yeah.
And the damage control exercises, as you know, for people out there, an A4 would pretend to be a missile. As it went over the ship, the C training group would drop a whole lot of fucking flashbangs that they taped together overboard.
Yep.
So it would go off, and that would signify the start of the fucking, we've been hit by a fucking whatever.
Flashbang. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, they throw them overboard and fucking boom the whole ship.
Smoke grenades and flashbangs and like.
Yeah, so they got it as realistic as they could.
Yeah.
But yeah, the A4s and then the helicopters. Yeah, like I said, man, we could fucking sit here for another 3 hours talking about.
We could. They'd have to hook us up to some kind of neurodivergent kind of sensor to extract all the memories out.
But they were just fucking good times, eh? And you look back and I've got some video, which I don't even know where it is now, from my fucking cam. Apparently, I was a bit of a fucking camcorder freak.
Oh,
I didn't realise I was as big a freak on the camcorder.
You look around, there's the camcorder in your face.
But you know what's funny about those videos? When we were alongside HMAS Hobart once doing a replenishment at sea, and they were supposed to have their radio gear was supposed to be turned off.
Yep.
Now, you know the big fucking black fucking radar on top of the old DDGs?
Yep.
I've got video footage of me filming that, and every time that thing comes around, it goes...
There'd be a flicker. Oh, yeah.
That fucking thing's supposed to be turned off. And occasionally, it actually fucking turned my camera off.
Yep.
And I'd have to turn my camera back on.
Really?
But if you watch the video, it's...
Yep. Yep.
As it comes past, and I watch the video and I think, I thought that was supposed to be fucking turned off.
Yeah, yeah.
When we were doing that fucking replenishment at sea.
Yeah, well, on the FFGs, there was a radar called the Stir. And if that came on, you weren't allowed to be on the upper decks.
Yeah, that's right. You weren't anywhere near the fucking thing.
Everyone had to like clear out and go down below.
Yep.
That was full on. And did you ever go into the operations room on the FFG?
No, I actually didn't.
That was impressive. Yeah, that was good. I like being in there.
You can talk about that now because they're all on the fucking bottom of the ocean.
Oh, well, the last one, Newcastle got given to the Chilean Navy.
Oh, did it? I thought they were all on the bottom. I know Sydney's a fish.
Adelaide's up off Terrigal. I'm not sure.
Where's Tobruk? Somewhere up the...
Oh, yeah, Tobruk. I'm going to dive on that one day because I did get my diving ticket. Yeah. But what happened was when they scuttled Tobruk, it went down and it rolled over.
Yeah.
It didn't go down and rest on its keel like they planned. It rolled onto its side. So for a long, long time, they didn't know what they were going to do because it was disorienting for divers to go in there because it's lying on its side.
They just ended up leaving it, didn't they?
Yeah, they've left it, and then you can dive through there now. So.
Yeah, they put new holes in it to suit it being on its side, or
yeah, I'm not sure. A couple of the guys at the reunion last year actually stripped it all down before they sank it.
Oh, okay.
So that was good. Up off Bundaberg, Harvey Bay.
Yep.
So that'd be a good holiday in its own, just to go up there and then go and dive on the Tobruk.
Yeah, that'd be
go
cool.
And see the old girl on the bottom of the ocean.
On the bottom of the Ogden.
And apparently, it's just like teeming with life. Like you know,
well, I think we should probably wrap it up, Chris. Hey.
Well, mate, it's been a good time.
2 hours and 20 minutes we're in.
Going down memory lane.
Like I said, there's fucking stuff there's so much more stuff I wanted to talk about on this podcast, but we've sort of just been fucking going off on a bit of a tangent here, tangent there, fucking, because there's stuff we did at recruit school.
Oh, yeah.
That I want to talk about, comm school.
Yep.
Fucking, there's
Runs
on the fucking piss.
Yep.
Where we've just fucking
had great nights, memorable
just
evenings.
Had some fun, just some fucking fun, eh?
Yeah.
It was a good time.
No, it was.
In Auckland, Wellington, yeah.
Yeah. No, we did a lot together in that 2 years, almost 2 years on the Tobruk. So
yeah, we basically fucking lived in each other's pockets.
We did.
For 2 years. We didn't even talk about the fucking crab the great crab outbreak of fucking 1993.
No, we don't want to talk about it.
That's a funny story, the crabs, mate.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, fucking crabs. I was patient zero with the crabs. You fucking dodged them.
I know. I didn't get it.
I just can't believe they actually look like crabs.
The Mozzies don't like me either. So
I can't believe they actually look like crabs, and the whole fucking starboard side had crabs. And fucking Pato went into the showers and shaved from nipple to fucking knee and said, "Problem fucking solved." give me another Winnie Red. Problem solved.
I remember Pato. He was on the bunk opposite me. In the morning, you could hear him.
Yeah.
You'd hear this can of Coke, and then you'd hear this
can of Coke. As his feet came out of the rack.
Yes, and then he hit the floor, boom.
Yeah, and he always smoked in the fucking shower, and I can't stand the smell of cigarette smoke
in
the fucking bathroom.
Back in the day, mate, they smoked everywhere.
But Pato, so he'd finish his Winnie Red and his can of Coke, and then he'd fucking spark another one up.
In the shower.
Yeah, if that man doesn't have COPD, I don't know, fucking...
Yeah.
All right, man, well, we're fucking... I'm going to go and get those photo albums out. We're going to have another couple of beer. We're going to fucking light a fire outside.
Yep.
Fucking sit around, drink some beers.
Yep.
Talk some more shit about fucking Navy time.
Yep.
And cook a couple of steaks.
Awesome. Sounds unreal, mate.
Don anti-flash, because he's about to have some more. He's finished.
Do you ever think that stuff worked, that anti-flash?
Nah, fucking didn't do shit.
Oh, it was just
I've just had the signal from Kaz. She wants to make a coffee.
Yep.
So we're signing off.
Yep.
It's been fucking great talking to you, Chris. Fucking loved every minute of it.
Thanks, Spike.
See you, man.
Bye.
I really enjoyed that afternoon where we recorded those 2 episodes with Chris and enjoyed sitting around the fire, having a few beers. We had a look at the photos, which was good. I'm going to put a little video on my Facebook page with some of those photos on it, so you can go to my Facebook page and have a look at that if you like. I personally would like to say that I really enjoy watching podcasts where the interviewer is talking to some of the top tier operators from the SEALs, Dev Group, Delta Force, SAS, regardless of what country they come from, English, Australian, New Zealand. Those podcasts are interesting and always hold me for the entire time that they've been interviewed. So those guys, man, they're the top tier operators and they've got some stories to tell. But I also reckon that just your average Joe Blow who joined the military and spent some time, whether they did active service or not, or they deployed into a theatre of operations or they didn't deploy, I still think they've got some stories to tell, and that's what my show's seeking out, and that's what I'm here for, is to try and get those stories out and have people listen to them, because I think they're good stories to hear. So if you're been in the military and you're probably not one of the people that these top podcasters would seek out to interview, drop me an email at info@eastcoastaverages.com, because East Coast Averages is all about the average Joe, and I want to put your story out there. So send me an email if you think you've got a story to tell. Even if you think your story's boring, I reckon it will be all right and people will enjoy listening to it. So thanks again for listening to Chris and I talk about our Navy time. Head over to my social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's all under East Coast Averages. Hit like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Share it on your social media. Get it out there. And hopefully come back next week and listen to my episode. I've got a couple of guests lined up. I've got an overseas guest, got a local guest, and I think I'm coming up to episode 21. I'm going to put 25 episodes out for season 1. Then I'm going on a holiday overseas, and when I get back, I'll start putting out some more episodes. Just to keep myself accountable for the blood donation I spoke about. I can't donate blood because I'm getting an operation within 84 days or something. I'm getting my knee operated on. So I'll have to keep waiting and donate blood after the operation. Come back next week, Friday, 7 a.m. Enjoy your afternoon.